Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Gemini for the month of September. Do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go and take a look at what we have going on here for you, Gemini. Now I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, the Rider-Waite Tarot, as well as the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. So let's go ahead and make sure we're all set up in view. Now yes, the Fool did come out in reversed, but I do not read reversals. So I'll talk about what I might see with that regardless. Even though I don't read reversals, I'll talk about that some more. Let's make sure we're all set up and in view here. I do think that's looking just about good enough to me. Another interesting thing, the Fool has been showing up in this position for a lot of signs, and I think mostly air signs. So that is very interesting. If you have a lot of air in your chart, I would check that. I would check out the other signs, Libra, Aquarius. But anyway, energy on the bottom. Gemini, you have the Ace of Cups. So you know you love to see it. The Ace of Cups is potential. It's one of the better cards to find if you are looking for new love in your life, specifically like a new relationship. This can represent a new romantic connection coming in, for sure, a new beginning in love. However, the Ace of Cups, if you're not here for love, which, I don't even know if this is about love. You have a lot of Wands cards. I'm just seeing a lot of Wands here. This can generally speak to new beginnings. I do see a new beginning showing up. And the other thing is that this Ace of Cups, there are a lot of things, but the other thing with this Ace of Cups is it can simply lead to new happiness in one's life. It's sort of like, the Ace of Cups is sort of like a happiness pill. The overflowing cups in tarot are a good sign. It's a good symbolism to find a cup overflowing and upright in a tarot reading. And so you definitely like to see that. Now, the Ace of Cups can also refer to you maybe having a vision or having a creative vision for yourself. So if you're involved in creative projects, it's definitely a nice sign to see the Ace of Cups on the bottom as well. So let's go ahead and let's get some more details here. Now, in the overall position, you have the Hermit card. And so first and foremost, this card is this position in the spread is very important because this card will spill into the rest of the cards. It helps inform the reading. And interestingly enough, the Hermit card is the Virgo card. So we're in Virgo season. Actually, the Hermit card's been coming in for many people here during Virgo season. Just like last month, the Strength card, which is the Leo card, was coming in for many people. This month we have the Hermit as kind of the energy of the sun as the sun moves into Virgo. But really, from a tarot perspective, the Hermit represents introspection, and it asks you to do some soul searching, to reach down within yourself and look for the answers that may be lying dormant within you or that may be within you. This is the idea of building knowledge, but not building knowledge through textbooks, but instead building knowledge through what you have experienced in your life, the experiences that you will have, and it's essentially the knowledge that you can't find in a textbook. It's the knowledge that comes from within, and it's the knowledge that you gain through having multiple experiences in life. As you can see, this person here has a gray beard. They are carrying a wand or a cane. They have experienced a lot of things. And so for some of you, the best way forward in this month is going to be to do some soul searching, especially if you are here for new love. I don't know that it's coming in right away. It certainly could. Tarot is not 100% perfect. These readings are not 100% perfect, but if you're looking for love here, which some of you might be, ask yourself what you want it to look like, how you want it to happen, and do some soul searching on that topic. Now, in the beginning of the month, you have the Fool, you have the Three of Wands, and you have the Eight of Wands. Really love how the beginning of the month turns out here, or shows up here for you, Gemini. Looks incredibly fun. I would say fun is the way I would describe it. Also potentially productive. And so fun, productive, another word that I would throw in there is exciting. And we'll start off here with the Fool, which the Fool is like, for me, it's the most powerful card to find in a tarot reading. This person is about to jump off the ledge and they have no idea if they're going to make it. They literally have no idea if they're going to make it. And so this is about having blind faith and trust, not only in yourself, but also in the universe, and being guided in a new direction. The Fool starts off everything. It's the most powerful card because it starts off the tarot, and the major arcana tells the story of the Fool's journey through all the major arcana cards. And so this is you, right? This is the main character in the story, and this is you. And you could say that this is the hero's journey. You are the hero of the story. And so for you, it's like you're about to embark on something new, especially the embark is another word that is coming in here for me as I look at these first three cards, because you have this other energy here with the Three of Wands, which is about embarking. The Three of Wands is about embarking. It's about growth and expansion, taking something to the next level. It is a travel card. You actually have two travel cards here together with the Eight of Wands and the Three of Wands. This person's looking out to the ocean and they're realizing that the entire world, or the entire ocean, the entire sea is in front of them. It is in the palm of their hands, and there's a lot that they could do. There are a lot of different paths that they could go down, roads that they could travel, experiences that they could have. And so it's a really exciting energy. It's a really fun energy of even being adventurous, or even you could say that this person is like an adventurer. Something that I recently noticed is if you take a look here at the checkered pattern on the robe, you know, I think this, I was looking at this in another reading and I'm like, I feel like ready, set, go is what I see when I look at this. Because if you think about like a race, like a NASCAR race, and they wave the flag, ready, set, go. It's sort of like this idea, like you're ready to go, you're ready to get charged up, you're ready to get geared up for something in your life, like a ready, set, go type of energy. I feel that for you as well. This Eight of Wands can be travel by air, travel by flight, travel generally, travel to long distances, but it can also be about good news arriving into your life, news coming in from a distance, so social media, text messages, phone calls, emails, letters, all of those sorts of things when you get the Eight of Wands. This is also like a breakthrough energy. It's a breakthrough card, and it's almost like it's the feeling of being unstuck. It's the feeling of things accelerating forward and moving along for you. So you love to see it. So yeah. In the middle of the month, you have the Six of Pentacles, you have the Hermit, and you also have the Four of Cups showing up here. So definitely something about reflection, okay? And so just a friendly reminder that pretty much the entire month of September, we have a Mercury retrograde. And so, you know, this is not something that you should be afraid of, but during a Mercury retrograde, you can use R words like reflect, reevaluate, redo, reminisce, remind, remember, re-engage. All of these words are very powerful during a Mercury retrograde time. And you can see that this person here is reflecting on their situation. They could be meditating. They could be reminiscing. However, when you get the Four of Wands, so I think on one hand, I think some of you, it could be very important for you to do some of that this month. And I think some of you are really becoming, or like getting introspective and becoming reflective on what it is that you want, specifically around a new beginning. For some of you, this new beginning will be in maybe a work area, as you have a ton of wands here. Wands connects to work. But also for some of you, this might be about love. Like, you know, do you really want a relationship right now? And if you do want a relationship, like what are your non-negotiables? You know, what are your non-negotiables? And, you know, some of you could be really thinking about that. Now, it does say be careful that you do not miss out on opportunities. When you get the Four of Cups, you can see this cup here in the upper left being given to you. This represents an alternative path, solution, or opportunity being given to you by the universe. And so do not miss out when you get the Four of Cups. So, you know, just if you are doing travel in this month, like get to the airport early, like give yourself some extra time, Gemini. Maybe not the best time to fly by the seat of your pants, Gemini. So yeah, and I also believe the Mercury retrograde. Wait, no. Well, you're ruled by Mercury. Mars just moved into Gemini, and so yeah, just fair warning. But yeah. Anyway, you also have this. I need to see where the Mercury retrograde is. It's actually escaping me right now. But you also have this Six of Pentacles here, which, this is about balance, about control. It's also about inflow, outflow. You can see that the money, they're giving money away, outflow, but presumably the scale begins to tip in their favor, inflow, as they give. So it's all about this flow of energy within the universe. And the Six of Pentacles is a really nice card if you're looking to give back, or if you're looking to receive, if you've been hoping to receive something from somebody. So like if you've lent out money, or if you've been promised a job raise at work, it can be good for that type of situation. Now, towards the end of the month here, you have the Seven of Wands, you have the King of Wands, and you have the Five of Wands energy. So Seven of Wands, all about standing your ground, not letting anybody knock you off your path or bully you or take advantage of you in any way. This is actually a good card because you can't get here without first being successful. The card that comes before the Seven of Wands is the Six of Wands, which is a big victory. So oftentimes in life, when we are successful, people want to take us down, or people want what we have, I think is a better way of saying that. And when I get the Seven of Wands, I always say, like, there's nothing wrong with being successful in life. It's okay to be a successful person. And remember that, if there's a situation like that comes in for you this month, you do have this Five of Wands, which can refer to tension or conflict. You can see that the people on the card are sparring. They're kind of battling, and they're really trying to win the Six of Wands card, as I mentioned before. And the thing about the Five of Wands, it's sort of like, you can think of this card as a necessary part of one's journey, right? Like, nobody has been able to completely avoid conflicts. If you're a human, you've had conflicts in your life. It's just part of it. And so the thing about conflicts is, while they're uncomfortable, oftentimes they can reveal something to us that we need to know. And especially if we are really about self-improvement, you can really use conflicts to level yourself up or improve yourself in some ways, because oftentimes we do need somebody to show us the way, or we do need to be exposed to something that maybe triggers us, and maybe you discover through a conflict why that thing is triggering you, and you can work on it from there, right? And so this is just an example, and I kind of feel that energy here, especially because you have this introspective energy showing up in the middle with the Hermit card. So like, if there is a conflict, I don't think it's doom and gloom. In fact, I think some of you are defending yourself here towards the end of the month with the Seven of Wands. Now, lastly, just to note, in this last column, it's all about wands, right? So wands is about work, career, and enterprise. So this conflict or this situation may come up in the workplace or as it relates to work. You have the King of Wands, which is one of my favorite cards. The King of Wands is a classic entrepreneur in the tarot. This is somebody who really loves what they do for work. If they're not an entrepreneur, they love what they do. And they love getting up every day and doing their work, They are married to their work. They're tied to their work. They truly have what they would consider to be a dream job or a dream scenario, and it's because they're talented and passionate about their work. And so some of you here, I think, if there's a conflict, it's probably because you care, and it's probably because you're passionate about what you do. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at these 3 oracle cards here. So you do have some of these challenging ones with despair, bad health, and thief. So I'm not a doctor, so when I look at the bad health card, I like to say that this is about how your thoughts affect your health, or the health of your thoughts, or the health of a situation, or the health of a relationship. I feel like this is potentially talking about maybe a conflict between you and another person here. Thief is somebody this is the most challenging card in the tarot when you get the Thief card. And this can be somebody who's toxic, or somebody who just is not supporting you in your journey. This person may, in this case, They may make you feel bad. I get the sense that this is a work-related person here, with this not hiring symbolism in the upper left corner. I have a feeling that somebody's challenging you at work in some ways, or there's somebody who's just like not fun to deal with. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling. Let's go ahead and get some more clarifications here. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So you have the Knight of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords, you have the Three of Swords, the Emperor, and you also have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so the idea of this, the thoughts, affecting your health, that would certainly be supported by the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is this idea of being trapped in your mind or your thought process and needing to take a step back, because the thing is, the Eight of Swords does refer to there being a solution available to you, a solution to your problem, but you have to take a step back and kind of try to see the forest for the trees, if you will. I think that's the right phrase. You have to see the bigger picture, and sometimes it can come forward when you need to just take a step back. So there's maybe something here about your thoughts showing up here as it relates to relationships or a person, because you have this Three of Swords as well and the Knight of Swords. This can be somebody who's domineering. I do have a feeling that this is work related for you, especially now because you have this Page of Pentacles as well. This is somebody who's studious, who's academic, but also Pentacles, money and work are connected. And so while Wands is the suit of work and Pentacles is the suit of money, they're kind of very closely connected. They could be an earth sign, by the way. They could also be an Aries. Could be an earth or a fire sign, as you have these energies. And so I would just be very careful about saying something that you later regret with the Knight of Swords and the Three of Swords, as well as the Eight of Swords. For sure, because the Knight of Swords can go both ways. It could be somebody who's destructive, but it could also be that you are acting impulsively. And so I would just say fair warning there. You do have a self-employment card, combination here with the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands, and throw in the Emperor, which is somebody who's extremely successful in business. Certainly some of you could be building a business or something like this here. And if you're not, you could be getting a new start in your work life as well. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.